Dear Taurus, there are moments in life when you feel a seismic shift, a tremor deep within the soil of your soul, a sense that something foundational is about to change. You may not know what it is yet, but you can feel the solid ground you've so carefully built begin to tremble. Your breath grows heavier, and your vision stretches beyond what is safe and familiar. Right now, you've stepped into that transformative moment. This isn't merely a prediction, it's a sacred call to awaken, a nudge from the universe reminding you that what's coming will redefine your very definition of stability. The universe is no longer whispering, it's speaking to you with clarity. A higher power awaits you in the light, not to judge, but to return to you the peace that has always been yours, waiting for you to claim it. Are you ready, dear Taurus? Ready to release the burdens that have anchored you in place? Ready to loosen your grip on what is no longer meant for you? It's time to walk through that door that heaven has opened just for you. If you're truly prepared to embrace what the universe is offering, I invite you to affirm in the comments, I, Taurus, choose to build a new chapter on the soil of my soul. I am ready, I am steady. What you write is more than just words. It's a sacred promise to your spirit. If deep within you believe that the divine is waiting for you, then like this video, share it, and subscribe. Let the universe know you've heard the call, and this time you won't turn away. Taurus, there's a peculiar kind of exhaustion that doesn't cry out for attention. It's the weight of a mountain on your shoulders, silent and relentless. It numbs you to the world, making the things that once brought you comfort and joy feel distant and muted. It's that stoic silence that can be the most unsettling. You might wonder why no one has hurt you lately, why no one has left. Yet, inside, you feel a subtle cracking, a sense of quietly turning to stone, losing the softness you once had. Do you feel it? You go through the motions, working, caring for others, nodding and smiling, but when the day fades and you're left alone, the emptiness reveals itself. You find yourself questioning what true stability is, unsure of what you're even grieving. You ponder whether tomorrow will bring the strength to keep carrying it all. What haunts you most is the feeling that no one sees the fractures within the fortress you've built. You have loved with a steadfastness so profound that you lost sight of yourself, not just once, but time and again. Each time, you clung to the hope that your loyalty would be cherished. Yet, you returned to silence, to being taken for granted. You once knelt in your thoughts, yearning for just a drop of genuine appreciation, a gaze that recognized your sacrifice, a hand that would stay without you having to hold on so tightly. Instead, you were met with absence and a growing heaviness in your chest. You forgave, not because they deserved it, but because you couldn't bear the disruption that resentment brought. You forgave to find peace, yet with each act of forgiveness, you forgot what you truly needed and deserved. You became accustomed to staying, even when the warmth had long since departed. Each morning, you look in the mirror, and though you see your face, the garden in your eyes has grown barren. That gentleness you once held for yourself seems lost. You see yourself transforming into someone who no longer trusts in romance, not because love isn't beautiful, but because you're no longer sure you're worthy of something that doesn't demand exhaustive sacrifice. You ask yourself, did I do something wrong? Was my loyalty not enough? You keep these thoughts to yourself, wanting to appear strong, still tending to others while wilting like a plant deprived of water. Each night, before you sleep, you whisper, if tomorrow brings nothing new, perhaps I won't feel anything at all. Yet, you still pray, still call out to God in your heart. You don't need a miracle. You seek just a sign that you haven't been forgotten. You want to believe that someone up there sees the weight you carry, that your sacrifices hold meaning, that your patient endurance hasn't been in vain. But sometimes, even faith grows weary. You sense that something is coming, though you can't quite grasp what it is like, the deep rumble before an earthquake. Your heart sinks with it, and you hesitate to hope. Tired of the disappointment, you hear a voice drawing near, faint yet clearer than before. Part of you fears it because you know that to step into this new chapter, you must let go of a piece of yourself, the part that held on for others, that stayed silent to keep a false peace. You're unsure if you're ready for that kind of loss. This heaviness has been your familiar armor for so long that it feels like home. Now, you stand between two shores behind you, a past with a cracked foundation you tried to mend, and ahead, a future shimmering yet unfamiliar. The silence around you grows heavy, not peaceful, but frozen. You can't cry, can't laugh, you're no longer angry, but forgiveness feels incomplete. Your heart has grown numb, and you whisper to yourself, maybe I've become hardened. But your soul isn't hardened. It's simply waiting for your return. It has been crying out in silence, sending you strange dreams, unexplainable synchronicities, and instincts that made your heart skip. Those fleeting moments when you felt truly alive are reminders that your soul is calling you back. The tower within you has begun to tremble, not from an external collapse, but from the crumbling of old beliefs and outdated definitions of security. This collapse gives no warning, yet you felt it, a deep crack in your heart, a sudden chill in the warmth of day. Something within you is urging you to be honest, to admit that you're tired, that you no longer want to live this way. You deserve a love that doesn't require you to sacrifice the garden of your soul to keep it. And above all, you don't want to abandon yourself anymore. Your Taurus essence has been silent for too long, burying its own needs beneath layers of responsibility. But now, it rises gently, like an underground spring, powerful and undeniable. Your soul never needed to be perfect, it only needed to be heard. If you're hearing this, it's not by chance. This is your moment to pause, to feel the universe whispering to you, you don't need to carry this weight any longer. Enough is enough. It's time to return to the light. If you see yourself in these words, perhaps you're ready for what comes next. After every pain, there is always a homecoming. God has never forgotten you. He's simply been waiting for you to let go so he can step in. There will come a day when you wake up and your heart no longer feels heavy, not because the pain has vanished, but because you've stopped resisting it. You'll no longer try to forget them, nor erase the memories. You'll simply let them stay behind, like a leaf falling in its season. You won't need anyone to unburden you, because you'll learn how to release what no longer nourishes your soul. You'll step out of that dream where you believed stability could only be earned through suffering. You'll walk slowly, without needing anyone to witness your journey, without seeking approval or permission. You'll walk because your heart has said enough. From that moment on, you won't search for light because you'll realize it has always been within you, covered only by the dust of blind sacrifice. That is healing quiet, profound, and sacred. You'll begin to listen to your soul as if it were an old friend. Each morning, you'll place your hand on your heart, not to blame, but to ask, "What do you need today?" For the first time in ages, the answer won't be someone else. It will be you. You'll revisit old places, and this time, they won't sting. You'll hear that familiar song, but your heart won't tighten. Not because the memories are gone, but because you've changed your role in your own story. You are no longer the one who stays to maintain. You are the one who chose to leave to preserve yourself. The sky may not be dazzling, but it is clear. You won't need the sun to shine because you'll see enough light to continue. Now, that light comes from within your soul. No longer trapped in sorrowful dreams, you'll begin to envision things you once deemed impossible: a home filled with warmth, a partner who arrives without demands, a smile that reflects your inner peace rather than masking it. You won't beg for miracles anymore because you have become one. No one else holds the power to decide if you are lovable. No one else has the key to unlock your joy. You found that key long ago. You just entrusted it to someone else. Now, you wear it around your neck like a sacred symbol. Every time you touch it, you remind yourself, "I am not a victim. I am a builder." One day, God will speak to you through something small, a gentle breeze, a soft rain, or a stranger's words that resonate deeply. In that moment, you'll know this is how He says, "You've come home, and I am here." You once believed you needed to be seen to exist. Now, you understand that your mere existence is enough to be seen. You once thought you had to sacrifice to be loved. Now, you realize that true love will never ask you to suffer again. You once believed you had to strive to be worthy. Now, you whisper, "I was always worthy. I just forgot." Your tears have not made you weak. They have watered the soil of your soul, washing away what was never truly you and allowing you to return to your purest form. A Taurus is not a wound. A Taurus is the very earth that can heal any wound. If someone were to ask you if you're still afraid to love, you would smile and say, "I don't need love to feel whole. I just need to be myself. And love, if it's meant for me, will find its way home." What you truly needed was never someone to rescue you. It was you standing up from where you fell and looking at yourself with the same eyes. God sees you with every day whole, worthy, and never abandoned. If you've listened this far, it's not a coincidence. You're standing before a door that only you can walk through. But here's the truth. The door is already open, and on the other side, the light is waiting. If you're truly ready to receive what the universe has to offer, I invite you to write in the comments, "I, Taurus, choose to step into a new chapter of my soul. I don't need to prove anything. I just need to believe in my own worth." If your heart truly believes this is the moment you're allowed to be reborn, please like, share this video, and subscribe as a way of telling the universe, "I've heard the calling, and this time I will walk through that door, with my own light. There are moments in life with no applause, no witnesses, no miracles unfolding before your eyes, just you, sitting in silence, with your hand resting on your heart. In that stillness, if you remain quiet enough, you'll feel something within you beginning to open, not a distant door, but a small crack in the heart that once broke. From that place, light begins to enter. You don't need anyone to guide you. You don't need to follow a perfect ritual or recite beautifully written prayers. You simply need to breathe deeply and whisper the one sentence your soul has longed to hear. I am ready. Ready to release what once made you feel unworthy. Ready to touch again the dreams you buried under layers of duty. Ready to forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you're tired of carrying a weight that was never yours. You don't have to let go of everything at once. Start with one small thing. Write it down slowly and truthfully, not to share, but to tell the universe, for the first time, with your real heart, I don't need to keep suffering anymore. The strange thing is, from the moment you speak that truth, everything begins to shift. Do you notice it? That message from someone you thought had forgotten you. The dream where you walked through a sunlit garden. That shiver when you heard a phrase that seemed to speak directly to you. And that single tear that fell even when you weren't sad. They are all signs. The universe doesn't always communicate in words. It speaks in feelings, vibrations, and invisible touches that move you without explanation. If you're seeing those signs, perhaps you've started to walk across this bridge, not made of stone, but of small choices made each day. Choosing to forgive, choosing not to respond to messages that belittle you, choosing to rest when you're tired instead of pushing through for acceptance, and choosing to say, I don't know, and finding peace in that truth. You don't have to know all the answers or where tomorrow will take you. You just need to hold on to one affirmation, like a lifeline, tying you back to your true soul. I have always been worthy. I don't need to earn love. If you forget, repeat it once, then again. Each time you do, you weave your soul back together with light. There's no one watching over your shoulder, no scorecard checking your progress, only you and the honesty you offer to yourself. Have you ever wondered how light life would feel if you no longer had to prove anything? If you didn't have to brace yourself each morning just to appear okay? Might you finally begin to feel peace if you let go of what doesn't belong to you? Might what truly belongs to you finally find its way home? That is the miracle of surrender. It doesn't take anything from you. It returns you to yourself. You might not notice it tomorrow. It may take time, but one morning, as you make a cup of tea, you'll catch yourself smiling, not for any particular reason, but simply because you feel whole. In that moment, you'll realize no one led you across that bridge. It was you, taking those small, honest, gentle steps all by yourself. And one more thing, beyond that bridge isn't a glorious shore, but a patch of soft earth, a tender light, a safe space where you can place your hand on your heart and whisper, I don't need to go anywhere anymore. I have come home. If right now, there's one thing you need to write down. Just one, would you be willing? One thing you're ready to let go of. One thing you're ready to choose again. Or simply a single line, I have begun. Because sometimes, beginning is enough. The soul you know is always waiting for you at the beginning, not at the end of the road. Dear Taurus, you were never abandoned. You were simply being prepared. Everything you've experienced, the falls, the unreciprocated loyalty, the long nights no one saw, none of it was meaningless. They were silent steps, leading you back to yourself. What's coming for you has never happened to anyone else, because you are the one soul chosen to walk through the darkness while carrying the light. God has not forgotten you. He is simply waiting for you to believe again. And this moment, you've already begun the journey home. So go gently, dear Taurus. The universe is clearing the path, and just ahead, something soft and beautiful awaits you. Thank you for joining me on this journey. May you always have enough light to keep moving forward, enough gentleness to heal, and enough faith to know you are worthy of all the beautiful things still to come.